Hello, and welcome back to Weekend Cartoon Reviews. I'm Liam, and this time we're reviewing Rumble. Okay. Rumble. I noticed critics are like, some hate it, some like it. That's what I've seen with most of these. I don't know what the majority is here, if people like it more or if people hate it more. However, my opinion is I didn't like it. Yeah. I just didn't think it was enjoyable at all. I found it boring, to be honest. Wasn't that funny? I went into this thinking it was going to be good. The trailers make it look good, and I was dead wrong. It just wasn't that great. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not the worst thing ever, but I think I can understand why it felt bad to me, the movie. The movie went through quite a lot of development hell, which it got many delays as a result. Like, it was supposed to come out July 2020, I think, and later pushed to 2021. In January, I think it was. Like in January 2021, something like that. I don't remember. And then later again getting pushed to May 2021, and then getting pushed to February 2022, and then now getting pushed back up to December 15th, but on Paramount Plus only, and not in theaters. I might have enjoyed this more if it was in if I did see this in theaters, but I just didn't like this one too much, I guess. It was just too cliche for me. It was boring. Had a plot that, like, okay, so let me explain it, I guess. So basically, there's a legend at this town called Stoker named Rayburn, and Monster Wrestling has been dead there, I think, for a little bit until Tentacular came and wrestled, which then he leaves and goes on to another town and just stops, just leaves, pretty much, just for plot convenience, I guess. I don't know. And so, the trainer Winnie, who's, her father was the trainer of Rayburn, and then she meets Rayburn Jr., also known as Steve the Stupendous, who's paid to lose rigged wrestling matches, I guess, at first, and then he's just so lazy and doesn't want to do anything. And then Winnie has to train him to become one of the greatest monster wrestlers of all time. And beat Tentacular, I guess. And yeah, the movie had potential, but it was wasted. But the ending to me just felt predictable, and it wasn't exciting to me. Just wasn't that great. And then Tentacular is the villain of all this. He's just the twist villain that I saw coming personally. He wants to turn the wrestling studio or whatever, the wrestling arena, into a parking lot because of the fact he wants to be the biggest legend. So he wants to get rid of a legend bigger than him, make him forgotten or something, which of course is the main protagonist's father. Just the story's just boring, predictable, and cliche to me. It's every sports movie ever but in animated form. Really, it is. Or almost every sports movie ever but in animated form. It's that cliche to me. Don't get me wrong. This isn't the worst movie I've seen. No, far from it. The movie was just boring. I just didn't really feel anything out of it. I didn't get any laughs out of it. I just stood at the screen. Well, not stood. I sat down looking at my TV screen and with this expression. The entire time. And yeah, I mean, I think that's what I usually do with movies anyway. I like with that expression and see if it changes, because I just always give that at the beginning. And then I just let it wow me or disappoint me. Whatever the movie, the roots go to. Don't get me wrong. I never want a movie to be bad. No. I wanted this one. I wanted to like this one. I really did. It had potential of a good plot, but it just wasted for a cliche sports movie. The plot's uninteresting, and it can be summarized with almost every sports movie, I guess. Oh boy, the final battle, I guess, no, not really a battle anyway. It's really a wrestling match. Just drags on for so long, and we already know what the end result's gonna be if you've seen a bunch of sports movies, or at least know how they go. So, yeah, the ending wasn't that exciting to me. The movie just wasn't exciting. Just almost every character kind of felt like a dick in a way, but at the same time, no, it just didn't do it for me, this movie. I mean, I do like the characters. The characters have some decent motives, but they just seem like bland, cookie-cutter stereotypes I've seen in other movies that I could watch that are better. And yeah, like, it doesn't really take any risks to me. I mean, I'll be honest, I do like the animation. The animation's colorful in some parts, which is a redeeming thing about it. And you just with this animation, it just falls under a flat story that just you've seen so many times. Just watch it if you want, I guess. Just I wouldn't recommend doing it unless you have nothing better to do. Then go ahead and watch Rumble, or just watch it just if you want to kill time. That's really all I can say is when to watch it. I guess Rumble just. I'm not calling it like the worst movie ever, like I said. It's just boring, cliche, and bad, and just uninteresting and uninspiring to me. There's no character or scenes that really pissed me off. It's just a very safe movie. That's really it. I couldn't get much enjoyment out of it either, but hey, there were parts in it where I thought, okay, it's gonna go interesting now. It's gonna pick up a bit, but no, it just goes back down, and it weighs down with cliche stuff. It could have taken quite a few risks, and I might have been impressed with it. Might have really liked it, but no. This movie just... sorry. Didn't do it for me. That's really all I have to say for this review, so it doesn't drag on like the movie did. Bye, everyone.